Hello ladies and gents once again, hope you're all doing alright. This is Red Robin back here again with another Assassin's Creed video. We're actually going to be picking up where we left off, where we actually managed to take care of Jubair al-Hakim, and we're actually going to be jumping into the next assassination, which will be for Sibrand, who is based in Acre at the moment. But now we're just going to fast forward back to Masyaf, just jumping off the back of the previous assassination. And we're going to see what Al-Walim has managed to uncover about the piece of Eden he is now holding.
Welcome home, child. What news?
Another of the named is put to rest.
Then it would appear your work is nearly complete, and your status restored.
A question, Master, if I may.
Ask, and I will answer.
Why these men, Jubair and Sibrand?
Ah, don't you see? They paved the way for change. Ensure threats both old and new are not given cause to intervene.
To weaken them is to weaken our enemy. I suppose that makes sense.
Were these men to continue their work, our work would quickly be undone.
How is that? We've caused them much grief.
We strike at the arms, yes. But this is a hydra that you face, and it is quick to replace that which is severed.
Then we should lop off its head and be done with this.
Soon, soon. We are close. Only one more man stands between us and our ultimate goal.
I will return to my work. The sooner this last man dies, the sooner I might face our true enemy.
Before you go, I have a question for you.
Of course.
What is the truth?
We place faith in ourselves. We see the world the way it really is, and hope that one day all mankind might see the same.
What is the world, then?
An illusion. One which we can either submit to, as most do, or transcend.
What is it to transcend?
To recognize nothing is true and everything is permitted. That laws arise not from divinity but reason. I understand now that our creed does not command us to be free. It commands us to be wise.
Do you see now why the Templars are a threat?
Whereas we would dispel the illusion, they would use it to rule.
Yes. To reshape the world in an image more pleasing to them. That is why I sent you to steal their treasure. That is why I keep it locked away. And that is why you kill them. So long as even one survives, so too does their desire to create a new world order. Take your equipment. Seek out this last man. With his death, Robert de Sable will at last be vulnerable.
It will be done.
Safety and peace upon you, Altair.
That's the first time Al-Walim, I think, says that to him. Peace be upon you. Aside from when he actually stabs him in the beginning. So we've now got the short blade damage upgrade. I believe we don't actually get the... No, I tell a lie, actually. I don't think we get access to the final throwing knife upgrade until like the next segment, I believe it is. But anyway, we'll fast forward straight over to Acre and see what we can find out. We'll actually head up to the bureau next.
Greetings, Altair. What news?
Al-Muallim has named another. Calls himself Sibrand.
I am familiar with the man. Newly appointed leader of the Knights Teutonic. He resides in the Venetian Quarter and runs Acre's port.
I'll start my work at once.
Here are the places where you should focus your search. On the docks east of here, among the ships and their crews. At the chapel to the northeast, near the cross overlooking the port. And to the north, in front of St. John's Gate.
This is most helpful. My thanks for the guidance.
Altair.
Yes, Rafiq.
I owe you an apology.
For what?
For doubting your dedication to our cause.
No, it was I who erred. I believed myself above the creed. You owe me nothing.
As you wish, my friend. Go in safety.
I forgot about that, and that is actually in the book as well, that he actually does apologise to him. I thought it was with the other Rafiq in Damas. That's actually quite nice to see that. But yeah, this is where I think the most creative of the assassinations actually comes into fruition, I think. And it's actually it's like last one before Robert de Sable gets killed. And I do find that this one is a bit of a... It's different, I've got to admit. I do prefer this one out of some of the others. I used to prefer Abu Makud's because it had a lot more, I want to say variety, but at the same time I feel like it was a bit strange in all honesty. But Sibrand's is one of those that it sort of extends the level a little bit more in terms of capability and where you can actually go to, and sort of the other ways you can assassinate Sibrand a lot easier, so to speak. And in terms of the book, it actually details a certain way that Altair goes about it, and that's the actual way that I'm going to be taking up on this part, is following the book as close as I can probably get it. Again, the bit that's a bit surprising about this is that the last part I explained that the actual... I don't know what happened there. That the actual investigation was cut from the actual book itself. And this is something that does happen. I am actually going to have to go that way because I think I'm in the wrong area.
My presence. That will cost you your life.
We'll go this way, actually. But yeah, the way that Altair actually goes about the assassination, we are going to try and follow that pretty closer to the letter. And there are other ways of killing Sibrand that is a lot easier, and probably a lot easier to get away from the actual area entirely. But I'm just going to try and follow the book as close as I can and try and stick to the canon as much as I can. But again, guys, like I've said before, I do heavily suggest reading The Secret Crusade, and definitely reading up on it I feel has sort of broadened my perspective when it comes to this game. Also when it comes to later games as well. And I'm actually going to... I've been thinking about what I'm going to do in terms of... hold on.
Stop acting like a child. Hordes of heathen warriors to gather at our gate. God is also merciful, and our
I can hear a specific speech.
all we need do is ask. And so I say to you, repent, lay down before him and confess your sins. He will forgive, such is his nature. And beg forgiveness we must, for only when our hearts and minds...
But anyway, we're going to be following the books pretty closely, and I have a feeling that I'm going to be sort of skipping certain books when it comes to going into later games. So, for example, I'm actually going to... This is something I'm actually going to detail this a little bit more when it comes to... doing like separate videos, and the reasons of why I'm going to be skipping certain books is going to be explained a lot more in detail there. But a lot of it, I can probably just summarise it in this video in all honesty. When it comes down to the books, they first started, like The Secret Crusade was not the first book that was written. It was actually the book that followed up with Assassin's Creed 2. And it was meant to sort of accompany the book, but it actually ended up being a direct sort of adaptation. It's probably the best way of putting it. So I'm actually going to skip Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood's books, and then once we've finished Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood, I am then going to go into the sort of the DLCs of both those games as we finish them, or as we go across them, so to speak. The reason I'm doing it that way is because, again, it helps on time saving, but at the same time, it actually, for what we're going to be going into doing, there's pretty much no need for us to be reading the books at the same time, because they really don't add any kind of extra information, is probably the best way of putting it. They don't add any kind of extra information, and at the same time, they don't actually, from what I've seen, they don't go any further than that.
You! Yes, you! I recognize those robes. Stay your blade, I mean you no harm. It's your help I need. I've crossed a man, and now he seeks my life. The details are unimportant, just know that he deserved it. See me safely to the city gates, and I'll make it worth your while.
On escort? Get down, Belle. Seriously, no, get down.
Excellent. I should be safe now. Ah, yes. The reward I promised. Here you are. This map has served me well in the past. Hopefully, it will do the same for you.
I've got to admit, guys, these investigations, I can't remember ever doing anything like this in the Assassin's Creed Xbox 360 version. Whether this is something to do with the PC version, I haven't a bloody clue.
It's getting worse. His paranoia knows no bounds. He's doubled our shifts. No one sleeps. Wasn't so bad till he decided to make the port his home. He's planning something at sea. That's why he came here. Planning what?
Ooh.
What's the meaning of this? The two of you off in a corner, whispering, plotting? Nothing of the sort. We were only... Only what? What secrets are you keeping? You misunderstand. Damned assassins, they're probably here right now, watching us. Do you find this amusing? Do you? Well off while you can. Double the patrols. Which ones? All of them! But we don't have the men. Find them! Recall our knights from the field if you must.
So that was our target. Shit. Hiding in the docks. Yeah, no shit. So we've got the map. We've managed to get another investigation out of the way. We just need to find the third and final one now. That one with the escort mission took longer than what it should have done. So that's literally, I've had to cut quite a bit out of that bit. So again, apologies for that one. But Jesus Christ, I can't believe it took that long to get that done. Right. Let's have another look around for this investigation. Let's see what we can do.
You there? Yes, you. Come see what I've...
You tell him I said no. I won't have you damn soldiers poking about in my business.
Listen here, old man.
No, you listen to me. This is my property, not his. I don't care if Christ himself put the man in charge.
He isn't asking. It's in order.
That's rich. The man couldn't order his way out of a burlap sack. I've seen the mess he's made of the docks. I won't let him ruin mine.
Just read the letter. You'll see his terms are quite generous.
I grow tired of this. Look, I'll consider what he has to offer, but I doubt it'll change my mind. Now go on, get out of here.
Right, so with that in mind, we have to just pickpocket him for now. Nice. Done. And that, guys, is the final investigation. So we'll just have to go and get back to the bureau now, and then head on our way to get rid of Sir Brand, more than anything. So yeah, guys, this is another thing as well. I'm actually going to be talking about this now on my way back to the bureau. But you'll notice that there are certain parts of this game where I've actually done like 2 or 3 in a row, rather than just uploading one at a time. The reason is because I can get a lot of videos sort of out the way and sort of use the feedback from previous videos with that every like 3 or 4 parts.
Greetings, brother. How fares your search?
I've learned all there is to know about my target.
Share your knowledge with me, then.
Sir Brand is said to be consumed by fear, driven mad by the knowledge that his death approaches. He has sealed the docks district, and now hides within waiting for his ship to arrive.
This will make things dangerous. I wonder how it is he learned of your mission.
The men I've killed, they are all connected. Al-Muallam warned me that word of my deeds has spread among them.
Be on your guard, Altair.
Of course, Rafiq. But I think it will be to my advantage. Fear will weaken him.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
But yeah, you'll notice that I've done chunks of the videos in sort of like 3 or 4 part segments, and the reason I do that is so that I can get plenty of videos sort of out the way and also get them edited in a decent time as well. What's up, Rolly? But yeah, guys, we'll see you all at the assassination area, and yeah, apart from when I'm falling off buildings. We'll see you guys shortly. Here he is, public spectacle already.
You are mistaken, Master Sibrand. I would never propose violence against any man, and most certainly not against you.
So you say, and yet no one here will vouch for you. What am I to make of this?
I live a simple life, my lord, as do all men of the cloth. It is not for us to call attention to ourselves.
Perhaps. Or perhaps they do not know you because you are not a man of God, but an assassin!
Never!
You wear the same robes.
If they cover themselves as we do, it is only to instill uncertainty and fear. You must not give in.
Are you calling me a coward? Challenging my authority? Are you perhaps hoping to turn my own knights against me?
No. I don't understand why you're doing this to me. I've done nothing wrong.
I don't recall accusing you of any wrongdoing, which makes your outburst rather odd. Is it the presence of guilt that compels a confession?
But I confess nothing.
Ah, defiant to the very end.
What do you mean?
William and Garnier were too confident, and they paid for this with their lives. I won't make the same mistake. If you truly are a man of God, then surely the Creator will provide for you. Let him stay my hand.
You've gone mad. Will none of you come forward to stop this? He is clearly poisoned by his own fear, compelled to see enemies where none exist.
Seems the people share my concern. What I do for Acre! Stay vigilant, men. Report any suspicious activity to the guard. I doubt we've seen the last of these assassins. Persistent bastards. Now get back to work.
Right. This guy's obviously lost his fucking mind. With this in mind, he's going to be vacating his way to the tower at the far end. But he's actually going to be vacating to his ship. We have to make sure we get to that ship in time for when he arrives. With that in mind, we're actually going to see if we can sort of infiltrate our way around. Now, there are a load of guards, you can see him just flying away now. There's a ship at the far end, which he'll actually jump straight onto, I believe. I believe it is that ship at the far end as well, near the tower. With that, I'm going to actually make my way around the ramparts and bits and pieces just to make my way there more than anything. This pretty much coincides with the storyline, but unfortunately, the gameplay, as robotic as it can be at times, you've also got these bloody people. So a lot of time you'll have people that are on these barges and bits and pieces, like pushing you around because they're all pissed. We don't want to fall in the water for one, because we actually drown thanks to that.
This place is restricted. Be gone.
Thank God we've got full blades as well. Bloody hell, fire. There we go.
Where's the one?
It's good. There's one guy here. This is one guy I remember giving me loads of grief when I was last playing this. So Brand's completely lost the bloody plot. So, for some reason, he'll just shoot random arrows around. That's something that never gets mentioned in the book either. That's something I've noticed quite often. One thing we have to do, get rid of this guard behind us when he comes into range. It means that once he... Is he actually going to come into range? I can't tell.
You've no reason to be here. Leave now.
Right, up here. What the hell is... Is he actually not on the boat anymore? So one common way that a lot of players actually do this is they hide in one of the little towers and they'll just wait there for him to come back, but Sibrand is coming to me now. Here he is.
Fine! None of you will lift a hand in defense of your master! I'll take care of this heathen myself!
He's completely lost the plot, this character.
Don't do this.
You're afraid.
Of course I am afraid.
But you'll be safe now, held in the arms of your god.
Have my brothers taught you nothing? I know what waits for me. For all of us.
If not your god, then what?
Nothing. Nothing waits. And that is what I fear.
You don't believe.
How could I, given what I know? What I've seen? Our treasure was the proof.
Proof of what?
That this life is all we have.
Linger a while longer then, and tell me of the part you were to play.
A blockade by sea. To keep the fool kings and queens from sending reinforcements. Once we...
Conquered the Holy Land?
freed it, you fool. From the tyranny of faith.
Freedom? You worked to overthrow cities, control men's minds, murdered any who spoke against you.
I followed my orders, believing in my cause. Same as you.
Huh. Right, with that, guys, we have got to get the hell out of here now. No, we don't want to just jump on the spot. No! Shit. Right, we'll try another route. Surprising they're trying to grab us. Nope. Get off. Crap. Right, straight through here. Oh, we've got guards on the other side as well. Right. I don't know what is up with the movement on this today, but this is ridiculous now. Shit. What the hell? See, stuff like this was what makes this game look aged. Oh shit. That was quick. That was quick thinking, I'll give it that. Fucking hell. Looks like we're going up to the roof.
Wir sind hier fertig. Ist nicht hier. Sucht's woanders.
Right. What the hell?
Verflucht
Oh, I'm gonna go fucking mad in a minute with this.
Altair, you've caused quite a stir.
I've done as requested. Sabran's life is ended.
So it is. So it is. You should ride for Masyaf and inform Al-Mualim of your success.
Yes. I should return and speak to him. Of this and other things.
Is everything all right, my friend? You seem distant.
It's nothing, Rafik. Just a lot on my mind.
Talk to me then. Let me help.
I need to make sense of this myself first. But thank you for the offer.
It is the men you kill, isn't it? You feel something for them.
How?
Ah, my friend. You are not meant to enjoy these grim tasks. Regret, uncertainty, sympathy. This is to be expected.
I should not fear these feelings.
You should embrace them. They are what keep you human.
What if I'm wrong? What if these men are not meant to die? What if they mean well? Misguided, perhaps, but pure in motive.
I am but a Rafik, Altair, and such things are beyond me. Perhaps Al-Mualim can help you to make sense of it.
Yes, perhaps. Thank you, Rafik.
It is my pleasure to have served with one as skilled as you.
Right, guys, and that will be it for that particular assassination. You can almost sense that Altair has got doubts about Al-Mualim's motives when it comes to just doing what he's been doing. Now, with this, we can fast travel back to Masyaf, but with that in mind, we are going to be heading back to present time now, which means we're going to be actually trying to unlock what's happening later in the storyline. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Not a lot of time, Vic. Understand there's a narrow launch window. Wherever it's hidden, time to retrieve it.
Working on it.
And when it's done,
He'll be taken care of.
I want that progress report by tomorrow morning.
I've got some work I need to do. So you've got the rest of the night to yourself.
Okay, oddly quiet.
I think there's a problem with the Animus.
Nope, it's working fine.
I'm pretty sure it just ejected me
I'm
when
pretty sure you should shut up.
You ready to finally tell me what's going on?
We have to stop them, Desmond. When they access that last memory of yours, they're just getting started. They want to change everything. The way we live, the way we think, the way we are. You've gotten the lecture from Vidic about what's wrong with the world, how we need order and discipline, so they're going to give it to us. Only we don't have a say in the matter.
How?
The Templar treasure. They think it...
Miss Stillman?
I'm here.
I need you to upload Desmond's files to the database.
Got it.
So what? You're using me to find this Templar treasure? What do they call it? The Piece of Eden?
Yes.
Well, it's looking like it's at Masyaf, so I don't know why they're wasting all this time with me. Why don't they just send their people to pick it up?
They can't. It's not that simple. The artifact from Masyaf, they had it. It was destroyed in the accident.
Then what are they hoping for me? You know, for my ancestor to tell them?
They're hoping he'll show them where the other ones are.
You mean there's more than one of these things?
Oh, Desmond, you have no idea.
Shit.
Is there a problem, Miss
No,
Stillman?
Warren. Everything's Denver on my end.
Then, where are the files?
I've got to move these files before he gets suspicious. We'll talk more later.
Wait,
What's that mean, everything's Denver?
It means everything's fine.
Why Denver?
It's a reference to Denver International Airport. There's an underground facility there. It's where the accident happened.
So this is where this part of the present story ends. But what we're actually going to do is going to go back in and get ourselves back out again. That's interesting that the pieces of Eden have actually referenced this early on. I thought it would have been the very end of the game that would have been directly referenced, but it seems to have been referenced quite early on. So it's not necessarily a surprise, which is interesting. With that in mind, Lucy should have gone by now. Yep, she's gone. She's disappeared. So with that, we can pick up the pen that she's left on the side for us. I think she had a feeling that I'd pick it up. She must have had a feeling. Right, with that in mind, let's see if we can access the computer. And see what else we've got. What we got? So, 5 inbox, deleted items. Faster, cheaper meds to Lucy Stillman. Problems down there. Oh, it's just a chuffing... Oh, wait, look. Oh, there's loads here. Right, let's actually go all the way down. Need intel on DIA event. At least 20 dead in accident. Assume this is site of launch. If not launch, then certainly assembly. Should try and infiltrate. What is purpose of launch? Low Earth orbit transmitter for artifact. Wait, are they on about that bloody... the satellites that were being made? Extension of condition response experiments from 5 years ago. Conditioned response experiments. If successful, they control everything. Oh, so they want to use the Apple of Eden then, surely. What do you mean everything? Our minds. What about Desmond? They're using him to locate another artifact. I have been delaying, but they are close now. Does he know about us? No. Good, keep it that way for now. Can you send rescue? And then it goes into a chuffing spam message. That's one we read already. So this has been the last few days that she's received that message. So she's not actually been talking that much of this. She must have been in response to someone. Let's see what Warren Viddick's been up to. September 6th is what we're looking at. 3rd and 4th. Classified information. That's going to be the... Oh, that's not what I thought it was, actually. Case file. Right. Alan Rickin. Let's go down here. Your knowledge and agree that Abstergo has developed... Abstergo all. Henry to Warren. Guess the shit's really hit the fan this time. Someone managed to leak a bunch of documents on the fluoride enhancement studies. And now the pharmaceuticals division is under investigation by the feds. They've shut the entire place down. Did you see what was in those reports? What the hell were they thinking? They're pretty much poisoned. They pretty much poisoned an entire town. That's from Henry Lyman to Warren Viddick. Jane Burkham to Warren. Wow, you've been watching the news? Stock is going to take a hit from this for sure. Want to grab lunch today? It's about those idiots in the pills division. We're putting out a press release about the satellite telling them launch has been delayed until the 21st so that we can make improvements to the coverage area. Some stuff about less dropped calls for the benefit of our consumers, of course. Let's just make sure you get what you need in time to meet the new launch window. That's from Alan to the rest of them that sound that. Bear with me just a sec. Alan to Warren. Warren, I've downloaded our analysis of your latest findings onto the secure terminal in the conference room. Oh, that's the room next door. It is critical that you review it and get back to us with any additional comments. Can't access the computer. Wants a password. I'll call security for you. Check your email shortly. Oh, there's a password there, so that's for that other room. Hundreds. Abstergo News Wire Services daily headlines. Hundreds hospitalised in wake of water tampering scandal. Abstergo Holdings stand accused of secretly manipulating a small town's water supply in order to test a synthetic drug referred to internally as new fluoride. Nation mourns the loss of Final Film Studio. History was made today as the closing of the country's last movie studio. You know, the rising prominence of video games coupled with rampant piracy are considered to be the leading causes of its demise. Nation mourns loss of Final Film Studio. So they've closed movie studios down. The rising prominence of video games coupled with rampant piracy are considered to be the leading causes of its demise. So that's a bit strange. So film studios are now closed up. That actually makes a little bit more sense as to when it comes down to the later games, actually. So we'll actually talk about that a bit later. I want to actually see if I can get that door open. If this door can actually be opened. No, it don't seem to be. Shit. So I think with that, guys, in mind, we will actually leave this at that for today. So I definitely want to say a very special thank you to you all for joining in. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video enough to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. And with that in mind, we're going to be heading straight into the next assassination, which is Robert de Sable. And with that, we're going to see if we can try and find out what is actually going on in terms of the present time. The present time, in terms of the situation, has actually evolved a little bit more interesting than I thought it would have been, actually. So, yeah. If you guys have any suggestions or any comments you'd like to drop, please drop them in the comment section below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and see you guys later. Thank you.